Making or Breaking the Dream by Susan Bagura. Eric was fairly new to sales, having been a mortgage advisor for only 9 months when he came to me for coaching. Prior to that, although he has his bachelor's degree in finance, he had been working in the shipping department of a transportation company for 13 years. Without the benefit of any sales training, he had been able to bring in some respectable deals, but knew that he needed something more in order to increase his monthly revenues as well as his income. Using the coaching roadmap as a guide, Eric and I put together a plan for him to increase his revenue stream initially by 15%. The most important aspect of the goal to Eric was to make certain that he consistently achieved that increase. Like many people, Eric would sometimes confuse activity with action, and when this would happen, there would be a dip in his weekly performance. However, because we had taken all of his statistics and worked out exactly what he needed to do on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis in order to achieve his goal, it was easy for him to get back on track. After a month of working together, 2 of the key performance inhibitors that we dealt with were worry and guilt. I used a CoachLab technique, a worksheet called the Dream Makers, Dream Breakers, in order to find out what was blocking Eric. This technique is based on the 4 principles of flight: lift, drag, thrust, and weight. He admitted that he was skeptical that this would make any difference, but he did it anyway. The result was quite surprising to him. He saw that his biggest drag, and what was holding him back from enjoying various aspects of his life, had to do with some window frames that needed to be painted. His wife was very unhappy that the work had not been done. The window frames were the source of some arguments. A stunned and surprised Eric said, "I've been so busy building a business, learning new skills, supporting a family on a commission-only income after coming off a salaried job, and trying to spend quality time with his family, that I kept putting off doing anything with the window frames. I never realized how much guilt I have been carrying around and how it has been affecting everything that I do." Eric was carrying the guilt around and just didn't know how to tackle it. Once it had been identified through the Dream Makers, Dream Breakers worksheet, we started a dialogue of what could be done. We came up with 3 or 4 ways of handling the job, from hiring someone to do it, to making a project to do with his son. Suddenly it was like a weight had been lifted off Eric's shoulders. He saw that there were options and said, "I can get my wife involved in helping with the decision of what to do about the windows. We can share equally in the decision of how my free time is spent, with the family or painting window frames." What was most important about this exercise was the fact that Eric identified the problem, acknowledged his feelings, saw that he was wasting valuable energy worrying about the windows, and put together a plan to eliminate the worry and guilt from his life. Once that happened, he was again free to work confidently. The first month, Eric hit his goal. The second month, Eric exceeded his goal. By the 3rd month, Eric saw that he can easily make that goal and therefore wanted to increase his goal. At the end of 90 days, and having achieved more than a 500% increase in his earnings, he said that his greatest learnings were to continually review my actions and see that they are in line with my goals, to review my goals daily to keep me focused, to reach my goals easily by breaking them down to daily actions, and to do the most important thing first.